And welcome back. We're picking up where we left off last time in Whiskerwood, in our city building with mice. As our mice scurry around. Almost done with the surface mining. Over here. And then we'll probably move it into the center area. Really worth work guys are slowly filling holes in. We're kind of waiting for winter here to do a bunch of our running of heat around. But partially so we can see where we need to get it to go. Camp is idle. Oh, is that the one in the mountain? Oops. That wasn't what I wanted to do. No, that's the one on the side of the mountain. That's that one. Okay. Is a little bit of copper down there at the mine. And a little bit of coal, just to mine a little bit longer without being interrupted. To reset the mine, the next hex, or the next cube, I suppose. There's the large warehouse. Okay. And then after that, let's do luxury supplier. We need the luxury supplier to do bedding and furniture. I think furniture, bronze nails, planks, that's not going to be too hard to deliver. Bedding also shouldn't be too hard, although we might have to strain a little bit more with the fabric supply if that's the case. Quite sure if we've got enough flax coming in. Or flax in storage, so we could probably do more flax. 3 fabric in storage. Yeah, we're potentially being limited by our flax and the red storage with making more clothing. And the new storage, so it's not the biggest, there's one bigger one, is the large storage, which is pretty big. And it does remind me a lot of our main storage. Oh, interesting. It's actually physically bigger than the main storage. Got a pretty similar look to it. Planks and cut stone. We do have the cut stones. That's actually... We'll see how much it stores. We're also kind of making it as a hat to the central warehouse, so it's definitely not a bad thing if it is. As long as it's space efficient, it's going to be worth using. Food stockpile is definitely looking a little bit better. Now we've got a little bit more variety coming in. Also apparently having a fish, so that's good. Maybe not getting enough mushrooms yet that we can swap more to the skewers. Would like to do that. Like, arguably waiting enough fish in, I'm gonna partially do that. Now that we got one on a fish skewer, I'm gonna just tell the next one, hey, your job, also do fish skewer. Okay, 786. The other thing I'll do is because fish skewer is one of our limiting food items. We're just going to toggle it off as a food, the dining halls grab. I specifically want that available for the smoker. Okay, you run that line. Okay. We know we're going to want heat in here, which is why we ran that. Oh, that would almost be perfect. Okay. So we're going to modify the field a bit. Move those fields. We are going to just extend the field. There's maybe an argument that I'm probably putting too much field to too little farmer. That's a semi-serious argument. And then the rest of our storage are all multi-level. So if we do want storage in here, it is the little ones. It's a bunch of fertilization to do, a bunch of rocks to remove. But in theory, that should be heated. It might not be, because it might be exaggerating the range. Although it's inside, so maybe because there's no place for the heat to go, maybe that is its actual range. Selling off the trinkets, of course. I got no value to the colony. Cotton technically does. We could turn it into thread, but we're growing it specifically for export in my case. Okay, so that's the minimum to not have them angry at us for not paying the taxes. I would like to have red in the choice list rather than hardtack. And it has iron bars and a couple others as well. I think we do want to raise a little bit more in tax revenue, which probably wants to be... Actually, we got a bunch of fish. Let's sell off some fish first. And then, yeah, the rest of this probably wants to be gold. There we go. Okay, time to move you. And then we'll just assign a few more spots for you to fill in. Yeah, once you're finished this side of the road, we'll move you to the other side. Basically gonna cut out all the visible oil deposits on the surface, fill them back in, call it a day. I'm gonna do this one and that one. We need iron bars, we need copper bars. Don't really need fuel, we got plenty of coal to turn into fuel. Whisker ship. Don't really need anyone. Apprentice can't smell fish, or farmer here would make a really good smoker, so I'll put you on the smoking. We'll probably grab the apprentices. You're a little bit faster to train if we need to make a craftsman. And they're decent otherwise. Ah, out of approval. Estimated approval right now is negative. Oh dear. I don't think it's actually going to stay negative. It's just I haven't had other food yet. Apprentice can't smell. I think we've already got someone in that spot specifically that can't smell. Okay. Oh, and I need to send the ship away. Before I forget. Metal camp, just the woodcutter. Let's get ourselves not embedded in the hill. It's a little bit easier to figure out where the wood is if your camera is not, you know, in the mountain. Need the rotation. Supply ship. You don't need the gears. Do we go for the tea? Tea and tailored cloaks. More tax. Although we definitely have the ability to pay the tax, so we'll go for the most expensive one. Tea, in theory, will make a bunch of happy people tonight. And how do I want to go about getting my steam in there? Okay, so that should do a decent job keeping the... I don't want to say. Keeping the light out. We do just do a cut in... like so. Another woodcutter having difficulty getting to his wood. But yeah, that doesn't surprise me with some of these placements of wood. we'll have it cut there, and then we'll probably actually move it down here to clear that bit. At some point, I think we want to do some farming out here, so let's actually grab... Oh, it might actually take like 3 farms to farm all this. Okay, coverage-wise. I think this is going to become a wheat farm is effectively what it's going to be. Luxury supplier. Supplies luxury goods and delivers in the Whisker residence. Okay. Apparently needed a way to deliver the luxuries before we're allowed to make the luxuries. Right now, we think we have a fabric shortage. We don't have a plank or a nail shortage. So furniture is the way to go. You hold 987 items. Take up 12 hexes? It's probably an efficient use of hexes. So maybe not super effective. Whiskers today. Okay, so let's turn off before all the approval goes away. Turn off the trinkets, at least until the whiskers arrive and we can spend on whiskers. Smuggler. I intentionally don't have a cap on ropes so we can sell the ropes to the smuggler. Although that's probably why we're short on, perpetually short on flax. Because we keep sending them all the woven cloaks and the ropes. Sell some fuel. I suppose at that point it's planes. There we go. We'll take 10. Maybe those over here are probably going to want some housing. Start off with a row of row houses. Because we need more people. Probably just farmers. Because we know we're going to take 6 more farmers at least for those farms over there. And I suspect the mill and the bakery are probably also farm jobs. Yep, so we'll just take the compassionate. Use the rest. And no whiskers for 2 days, if not 3 days. So, back. Drink at me. Now we got a miner. That has, for the moment, finished what he's mining down there. So we're gonna bring him up where we do need some mining, which is over here. No. There. I'm now realizing the miners might not have an easy way to get there. We don't put a staircase in somewhere. Because we had a good way until we blocked the path there. Okay, I can see where we're gonna come down. That'll work. Does include the other side of the road here. Get these out as well. In theory, our stone production is down, but we got so much of a headway on the stone production that's not really a problem. Nope, this miner camp probably actually wants to be mining something. Although it might not have anything left at the bottom of the mine. I am wrong, there is stuff still to mine at the bottom of this mine. Not much stuff left at the bottom of the mine, but some stuff is better than no stuff. Oh, never mind, we apparently hit a really good tin vein. Right as we were just thinking about running out the bottom. Okay, that was a quick mine, which is good. Didn't have much to mine, it was just the 2 squares. 2 cubes. Could assign you to mining or coal, but I think we're gonna get you over here to help clearing surface deposits for the moment. Okay. Continuing the mine shaft. Well, saying mine shaft, we're probably going to end up setting up as a bunch of mushroom farms down there in the long run. Short run, it's a mine shaft, carving up a bunch of stone and doing exploratory tunnels for ores deeper underground. Poor guys over here who are supposed to be doing deliveries. They're doing their best. Okay, that'll help the transport a little bit for people back and forth. Paving the road, so they run a bit faster on it. Still, a long way to run. Which is the reason I think the game has rail carts, so maybe that's something we should research in the vague future. Yeah, sadly we can't use T to rotate through all the crop fields. That would be an easy way to check to see which ones are worth telling them they need fertilizer. I'm thinking about it. Now that we've got that hole in the side of the mountain, we can now run a path in. Oh, let's check. Did I screw the fertility up by punching that hole? I did partially. Okay. We'll just have them not farm the area that's being affected. That's the best solution I have. Because we needed another hole in to get the steam radiator in. Now, if I want to cover the entire field, I need to get rid of one more square. That one. Actually, we'll go with that one. And should put the... So that is the Devitt I put in. And we can see right there, it covers, in theory, the whole field. It's a little bit hard to see because it's red on red, so sorry if you aren't very good at seeing differences between red, but that should cover the whole field. Should, I suppose, being the operative statement. And I'll just shove some more storage in here. Make use of the space. Carpenter is complete. So I should probably build a carpenter. How terribly big are you? Oh no, it's an upgrade for the carpenter, so we're still going to probably want to build it. Right, it's just... now we can build furniture there as well. So I build a second one. So we're going to have both the vices and the furniture. I was feeling the furniture one is going to be a little bit more active than the one that makes vices. At the same time, I need to put down a luxury supplier. It does apparently have a range. Coverage standpoint, that's not too bad. And then we'll need one more for the industrial area. There we go. And 64. Only 939. Bland food and dirty fur being the biggest complaints. So yeah, I probably do need to get some more bathing facilities We had 36 Whiskers that specifically wanted, I think, 4-star housing. They were not happy that they only had 2-star housing. I think that was... Oh, it might have been not happy they only having 3-star housing. Because I think all our houses are stone tier, which is tier 3. So they're demanding... They basically want bedding or furniture, which is what we're working on. Can't do oil yet. Apprentice, engineer. Apprentice Swift, sure. Craftmaster. Ideally would be engineer. We don't have any engineers. Okay. What I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna nick the other one. Unassign you. I don't think we make vices enough, or don't need enough vices, to warrant keeping that as the only craftmaster. We can train another one. I think I've got a teacher capable of training that in the school. Yeah, we got a teacher capable of doing it if we needed it. Supply ship has arrived. Middle or high? I think I'm gonna go middle. I'm not too desperate for regular tea when we're getting fine tea anyway. The hard tack's not bad, and it's 3 times more for the high, so pretty middle. Low is too low. Low doesn't have any of the stuff we want. Farming tool. I think this wants to be wheat. No, it's not the best fielding area for wheat. Although we are going to fertilize it, so 43% fertility before we get started. Not super great average. Well, it depends on when we're in the field, I suppose. It's saying 43 overall, but I think it'll get better. Oh, I don't have the stone for that. Gonna have to be a plank road for the moment. Okay, and then we need to get some fields assigned to these guys. Again, this is wheat fielding. Obviously. Probably unpause while I go through and turn the fertilizer on this bunch of stuff. And then now we have 6 workers that live over here. I should probably just toss a 3rd stone row house. Just to improve the housing over here. These guys are also so far away. We'll give them their own bathing dock. I'm not going to run the piping all the way over here for bathhouse. It's a little far. We're not generating that sort of stuff locally. Right now, it's just going to be the 6 over here. So they get their own bath, let's just say. Can't find the materials. Plank. Oh, there's a little bit of shortage in stuff. That'll sort itself. Just gotta stop trying to build things out of stone for a bit. Oh, interesting. That explains why we haven't been getting soap at the bathhouses. Apparently, the luxury supplier supplies the soap, or supplies not just furniture bedding, but also the soap. So the bathhouses, if they're not in range of luxury supplier, do not get soap. I've got a miner with nothing to mine. Or, well, a miner who we had assigned to mining very specific things and has run out of those things, yes. There's plenty of stuff to mine here, it's just mostly coal. Yeah, just mostly coal. I got one thing of copper, so it's not going to be a long mine at this point, but put him back to doing it for the moment. When have I remembered to do tech? No, I forgot about tech. So we've got furniture complete. I could do bedding, but I think we're still a little bit threadbare on the threads. Could do the oil press. We've got enough fish. Yeah, let's do oil press. That'll give us oil. Oil is used in some of the industries that we've been coming across. So we're going to wait until I get these fields going before we start building the supporting industry to processing the wheat. Or there's some small chance that, because it'll probably be next stream, I'll forget. But if I remember, once they get the wheat going, we'll then start getting the mill and the transportation to get it to the bakery system. We got Whiskers coming tomorrow, so let's turn off the trinkets. Yeah, biggest complaint is bland food. Next biggest complaint is actually dirty fur. So I probably should spread the bathhouses around a bit more. And or just have more bathhouses. Like 1 in 4 Whiskers isn't being able to get a bath. So if we assume it's not a travel time issue, possibly a travel time issue, that would imply each one of these, because we've got 4 of these, is, say, allowing about 40 Whiskers to bathe on average a day. Or, well, meets the needs of 40 Whiskers. Whether they're bathing every day or not is maybe a different question. So yeah, that means I need like 2 more of these. Question is, where do I put them? Probably somewhere between the existing ones. Got some space in here. Got some space in here. We'll do both of those. Showers. Bathhouse. Oh, and which side is which? Steam is left, water is middle. Okay. It's that middle. Correct. Or that position, if I'm correct. Okay. So, given enough time but enough stone, those bathhouses will be completed. Should help a little bit with the bathing. And other than stone, shouldn't be that hard to do. Tax collector. Give him all the trinkets first. Then the cotton. And I guess we're going to do some gold bullion. Actually, no, we can do a little bit of fish as well. There we go. Okay. So you do scrap metal, get iron, and copper. Yeah, that's probably what we're gonna do. We're gonna do scrap metal, iron, copper, and then the rations. The bread. Whisker ship. Strong shoulders. We'll grab rebellious. And that's all we're gonna grab. Just those 2. So much like on the surface where we're going to want to extract the ores and then fill the hole in, that is in theory the same thing for this layer. A lot of the floor, I think we're going to want to, if it's got an ore in it, we're going to want to mine out for the ore. And then we want to put it back. Oh, I don't have the I don't have the stone. In fact, I've spent stone. I probably shouldn't have putting the stairs in, but I do want the stairs in. The elevator. Okay, so the elevator now has another floor where you can get off and on at. Oh, you shouldn't be a farmer, you should be a miner. Thinking of getting another earthworks just to fill the holes in a little bit faster. Yeah, I think this mine is done unless I want coal. Oh, no, there's a little bit down there. Yeah, okay. Those appear to be continuing to spiral deeper and deeper. Waiting a cut stone? Yeah. I spent stone I probably shouldn't have because we're kind of waiting for various projects across the island. Oh, and that day takes cut stone as well. Okay, definitely calm down. Oh, do I have? What do we got for boats coming in over the next couple days? No whiskers tomorrow, so we should put the trinkets back on. So I can be making trinkets tonight and tomorrow. Okay, so that's the day, end of day 166. We did get enough approval to hit maximum approval, so that's pretty good. Again, biggest complaint is food. We're thinking about working on that. It's more mushrooms to get more skewers. So I think the big bottleneck standing in our way. We're trying to get bread because the next upgrade past skewers is mixing skewers and bread to make something. At some point, we probably just need to also generate a bunch more variety. Certain groups like certain things. And I think when you supply those things to them, they give you approval, even if they would have preferred a higher quality meal, right? So one of our groups presumably likes fish, so we're getting some happiness from fish, even uncooked. Some probably like the smoked fish, so we're getting some happiness from it being smoked. 4 of our whiskers didn't find food in time. There's food on the island, so they'll sort themselves out, but they might do that instead of working tomorrow. Root encounter, horse sleep. We got someone in a place with a snorer. If it wasn't so micro-intensive to build lots of one-size houses, snoring wouldn't be that bad. In hindsight, I'm either going to commit harder to people who snore, in which case, if I ever do it again, commit harder to people who don't snore, or who do snore, and just run all one houses, or do the opposite and try to avoid them like the plague. Same thing with the loner. The loner is the opposite of the snorer. At least the snorer is only pissing off one other person. The loner's pissing himself off. We've got 3 loners. Again, I'm not microing the houses, right? So the loner, for work reasons, has decided to set themselves up in a house that has a second location, second place in it. So we do have some pollution. We have mild pollution, nauseating pollution, probably over in the industry sector. And as a side effect, some people do have to go there. But much less than it would be during the winter when all the fires are going. And we won't have that again during the next winter. We do have a bunch of people who want baths. The improvement to the docks didn't occur in time. Or not the docks, the bathing facilities didn't improve in time. So we didn't really see a big improvement there. Might see that in the next couple days if I let those complete. We'll see. But yeah, definitely doing better in the approval. And some people are liking the high quality food. The big thing is just reliable. It's like reliable housing. 400 from reliable housing. People like being fed. Fish is better than nothing. It's 300 something from fish. People like the clothing. 300 something from the clothing. So we're definitely getting enough. Lots of people are liking to visit the nice dining halls. Might be preferring to get better stuff at the dining halls, but not liking the dining halls. And some people are liking the baths. So 67 people did bathe. So that's maybe an argument that maybe I'm underestimating how many baths I need. Maybe it's only like 20 or 15 or something is getting to the bath every night in each of those baths or in bathhouses. Which is then we need not 2 more, but 8 more. Not so sure. We did get 15 things of furniture out, apparently. So the city is improving. Approval is going up. Hopefully what we'll see as we get into this next winter is that approval does not drop over the winter. But that's, I think, going to be the plan coming up. So if you're watching on YouTube, I'll let this part go a little bit long. We are going to go ahead and probably bring the run of Whiskerwood down for the night. So this is going to be the last part we're recording tonight. So if you're watching on YouTube, there likely is going to be a part up tomorrow, although that will be recorded in the next recording session. If you're watching on Twitch, I'm not going to end the stream, but rather I'm going to go swap to a different game, which will involve having to take the game down for a moment. I will do, because this is the last of the regular scheduled stream, for tonight. I will do the schedule upcoming on Twitch, which if you're watching this on YouTube is the schedule that happened over the last couple days for you. So if you can't wait for it to come up onto YouTube, you can sneak over to Twitch and it will be up there. The VOD to say it for 14 days. So today was Whiskerwood. Tomorrow is Victoria 3. I think I'm going to do Ching as Victoria 3. We've done Ching before, but we've done it on different patches. We haven't done it on this patch. We're going to go do Ching. Thursday is Humankind. We're going to continue that Civ difficulty run. It's off to a good start. Currently in second. Let's see if we can get out of second. And then Friday is going to be Shadow Empire. If everything goes according to plan with the land war, I could see us winning on Friday. But lots of things go unplanned in Shadow Empire, so we may not finish on Friday. So once again, Wednesday Victoria 3, Thursday Humankind, Friday Shadow Empire, Saturday we'll be back to be doing this, and then Sunday will probably be Victoria 3 again, because we probably won't finish Victoria 3 in one stream. Monday, so next Monday is likely to be Shadow Empire if we don't finish it. If we do finish Shadow Empire, we're going to move over to Songs of Six. So that's the upcoming plan for about the whole week. So I hope everyone has been enjoying. If you're watching on YouTube, there should be a part up tomorrow. And if you're watching on Twitch, feel free to hang around. Unlike usual, where I would normally bring the stream down bring the stream down at the end of the stream, I do have a save that I'm going to attempt to play in Shadow Empire. So I'm going to go ahead and launch in Shadow Empire. There is going to be a black screen while I'm doing that. So until the next part, I'm going to wish you all the best of luck and a good time. Catch you all in the next part, and bye for now.